It's the Grinders Journey signing in. What's your journey? We're back again with another banger.
Grinders. We're back again, man. Episode 20 as well, man. Episode 20. Who do we have today, man? 2 guests. Chat to them. Who wants to go first?
What's up, bro?
Hi, I'm Wisdom bro, aka Wizzy. And yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me, bro.
Of course, my bro, of course.
Habeeb Gunju, football agent, the second time on the pod. Appreciate it, my bro.
Yeah, man. You might remember Habeeb, man. He was on the pod before, and it was a blast before. Of course, gonna get straight to it. But before we get into it, I want you guys to tell me one thing you always go by as a footballer and one thing you always go by as an agent.
As a footballer, one thing that I always go by is the simple one: talent beats hard work.
Okay.
I've wrapped it.
Yeah, hard work beats talent doesn't work hard. Okay, that's your one. Okay, love that.
Mine is don't get too complacent.
Don't get too complacent.
Everyone, footballers are very replaceable. So, appreciate where you are and don't feel like, you've made it too early.
One thing, that I want to say about Habeeb, with your content as well, I see that some players sometimes they get onto you and that. You like doing that little, like you say something to get there. You love it, man. You love it. But obviously, let's start with Wizzy, man. Your story. How did it even begin, my bro?
With me, always loved playing football from when I was young. I'll say like started in school, primary school, PE. That's when you first start playing football. You just see it. Then you start seeing players like Neymar, and you just want to do the skills that they're doing.
Literally.
And you just go outside, kick a ball on the wall. And yeah, that's how it started for me. Started in the grassroots team, Lambeth Tigers. And yeah, just progressed through the ranks from under 6 to under 12. And then moved on to Most Wanted from under 13s.
Okay.
And that's when I first got signed around under 13s, under 14s.
Okay, first, man. And what team did you sign for?
Leyton Orient.
Yeah. Chat to me about that. Obviously, you said you're 13.
Yeah, that's when I first got signed, yeah.
Okay. And one thing I want to say to Habeeb before we continue as well. Obviously, while Wizzy's talking about his story, as an agent, I just want you to pick out some stuff that you just might want to shine a light on to show the players that as well. You know what I mean, my brother?
Cool.
Come on, my bro.
Under 13s got signed. I was there for about 4 years, under 13s, 14s, 15 and 16.
Okay, that's a lot of years signed at an academy, you know what I mean? 4 years strong. So chat to me. Obviously, under 13s, do you even really remember a lot about that kind of period?
Yeah, I do, because it was something very memorable to me. Being one of the only people around my area to be signed. So
what area are you from? If you don't.
South London, Brixton.
South London, yeah. Okay.
And under 13, under 14, best time of my life. Scoring. Like, you just feel different. You're away from ends, kicking ball.
That's one thing, man. Especially, especially in your area. When you sign a contract, it's like, I don't know how to, it's like
Hood
your
famous.
Ratings just go your ratings just go to 100 plus already.
True.
No matter what team, once you sign them papers, you're live, man.
True.
Literally. So how do you feel like, being signed in Brixton, one of the only ones being signed? How was that for you, man?
Literally one of the best experiences. And you'll go around, people know you as the boy that's signed, the boy that plays for Leyton. Like, I feel like that's something I'm still proud of to this day. Even though I'm not there now, I'm still proud of it because it's something that people knew me for. They knew me for being signed. They knew me for being that boy that's taking football seriously, and something that I still cherish to this day, for sure.
I love that, man. Love that. Okay, now, obviously, with the academy journey, I love to talk to players about it, man, because that's one thing a lot of players want to know about. The academy journey, how is it? Getting released, the ups, the downs. It's so much that's part of the academy football, part of football itself. So I want you to really take us through that Leyton Orient journey, because like you said, it's a memorable journey, man. Yeah,
just like you said, the academy journey is definitely a journey of ups and downs. And it's something that you have to get through, because there's going to be times when you're up, and just like you said, there's going to be times when you're down. For me personally, I'll say that the up started earlier for me.
First.
And like on the 13s to 14s, I was on like a skyrocket. It was up.
To me, why was it up?
Literally starting every game, scoring. Like, you just feel like the new kid on the block. And yeah, man, it was just enjoyable. When you enjoy something, that's when you play better. That's how I feel personally. And yeah.
Okay then.
You're at that age as well, it's just about scoring goals.
Yeah, literally.
Just enjoying yourself and having fun. Makes sense, yeah.
And even Habeeb, even talk to us about that, actually. Obviously, you said under 13, that's when you're signed at Leyton. I want Habeeb, tell us about the under 13s, the 14s. What are coaches really looking for? What do they want to see?
Just creativity, expressing yourself as a player. It's not necessarily about structure or, how you can make the best passes or whatnot. You don't have to be a Man City player at under 13s, 14s. Literally just show your creativity depending on what position you are. If you're a winger, show the flair you've got. Striker, how many goals you can get. centre midfielder? Like, are you a workhorse? Can you, you know, what can you do on a half turn? Stuff like that. So it's just about being creative. Literally, those are.
Okay then. And Wizzy, in that under 13 period, do you feel like those were your kind of attributes that you did have? That was really pushing you.
Yeah, I say that my key attributes were literally 1v1s, scoring, assisting, creating, just making something happen in the game when the game was dry, literally.
One thing I really want to do, you know, I was going to wait it for a bit, but he's 1v1s, man. We might as well just let right now, man. Wizzy's 1v1s. When did it start that the tech really started with you?
I say that just start from watching Neymar, literally. I don't want to keep saying it, but like when you have someone that you want to be like, it's easy to go out and actually do it. I feel like most things start in life with just having an inspiration, and that's where the skills that I do come from. You just practice them, you end up making your own, and you just record them and post.
Yeah, so you felt like, what do you feel like really helped you too?
I'll say Lambeth Tigers, one thing that I'll pick up Lambeth Tigers all the time for is when we were young, under 4 to under 5, 6, the only thing we did for ball training, ball mastery.
That's one thing that
that's the ball mastery is so important for the young players. I say the fundamentals is how good can you master the ball from under 5s to like under 10s. That's the most important thing, and they really push that into us.
Because one thing I do want to speak about that is with the ball mastery, you know, these Cat 1s, these Cat 2s. I had another non-league player on the pod, you know, time ago, Callum Erskine, big him up. It was a thing where he's a good player, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, guess what the team told him?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't too techie enough.
Yeah,
You know what I mean by that? You know, because in academy football, they're in the age groups. They're gonna kind of as you go up, you're there for experience, etc., etc. Their feet are gonna get faster. They're gonna have some attributes because they're in the academy system for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
So he was that to me, like they didn't sign me because of that. What do you feel like could really help? And I want to ask Habeeb that as well. You know what I mean?
could help with
that technical side? You know what I mean? With that ball mastery.
He's probably the best person to answer that.
What I would say is one thing, like when anyone asks me, "Oh, Wiz, how do you have fast feet?" Something that I do every day. It's something that's repetition. It's literally 15 minutes with just ball on the wall or just manipulating yourself with the ball between cones. Like 50 minutes a day goes a lot. I always say 30 so people do more, but me personally, minimum 50 minutes a day of just hitting the ball on the wall or one cone, V turns, L drags. You learn that in you even do that for PE like when you're young.
You're not lying still. You're not lying.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Okay, then
fair. I would have said that as well. Like wall ball, we call it wall ball. So like left foot, right foot against the wall. You could do 1,000 of them. Doesn't take long, literally 10-15 minutes.
Anyone could do it.
Yeah,
You're
literally.
not restricted to not everyone. You can find a wall anywhere, literally, 100%. And Wizzy, we want to jump back straight. Let's jump back into Leyton Orient.
Yeah.
So obviously, you talked about your under 30 season.
Yeah.
It was a blush. You know what I mean? You're scoring goals, ball like left and cool. Let's go into the under 14 season.
Under 14 season, yeah, similar to under 13, still scoring, and you're seeing pictures like you go to these Cat 1 teams. They're just opening your eyes to the academy game. Like that's what I felt like. Just seeing different pictures, seeing stuff like. I feel like under 14 went really quick. Okay, nothing too different to under 13s, but just store enjoyment and enjoyment. Yeah, literally.
Okay, first. Okay, so let's push on under 15s now.
Under 15s, that's where it started to go. Yeah, injuries, your body changes, you're starting to grow a bit. Yeah, it's more of like, yeah.
So you're saying you got injured in under 15s? Yeah. What kind of injury was it?
I got a hip injury, my first one on my right side. Took me out for like the start of the season, and then I started to get knee pains, and that's when it started to go down a bit.
Okay, then what? So how long did that injury what was that injury, sorry?
Yeah, the hip one was about 2 months. So I came back when everyone was sharp and stuff, so it was hard to get back to the football.
Do you feel like that kind of demoralised you?
Definitely. And then I ended the season strong. But yeah, just to start a bit, like you want to start how you want to start the season good. Because the season, how you start is always how you finish.
And I want to reflect that because Habeeb was injured as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, do you feel like you have anything to say about injuries that you might want to shine a light on? Or not really?
Apart from like, obviously I mentioned it the last time, just obviously when you have an injury, you just have to rest it. You know, obviously we're overzealous as footballers or aspiring footballers, whoever it may be, trying to make it. So, I don't know. You may have a trial coming up or a set of games coming up that, you know, if I play in those games, I have an opportunity to get seen and get signed. And if I don't play in those games, that opportunity goes. But like my injury personally was 18 months long when it really should have been 6. So I missed out on pretty much 12 months worth of opportunities in that space when I was only meant to miss out on 6. So regardless of whatever circumstances it is, if you just continue playing on it, if it gets worse, you're just gonna be better. You're not gonna be better off. So
Yes, man. And Wizzy, did you carry on playing on it, or did you actually?
Definitely. Yeah, even when they told me to rest behind the scenes, I was trying to do my bits. That's when I was a bit younger, so I didn't really understand. Now I'm better with injuries, but before I just wanted to play on injuries. Cause I didn't like seeing people get better. And,
Yeah, because everyone's banging ball. You're just,
Literally,
like I said,
yeah.
in the physio room, you're stretching, doing what you need to do to get better, to get back on the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So obviously, like you said, under 15
Yeah, that's
season.
under 15. Yeah.
Of course, that's where you're injured, and getting back. How was that for you, man? Because that's getting back from injury.
it's tough, yeah.
That can a lot of people's mentals go from that, man.
It's tough.
Yeah, it was tough. I'll say it was tough, but it's something that I had to get through because I was still at the club. Either way, I was contracted to the club, so whether I was injured or playing, I was going to be there anyway. So I had to find a way to understand that, and to understand my body has to rest and recover for me to play and show myself and progress through the ranks.
Okay, I love that. And when did you start actually learning to be like, cool, now I need to know that, cool, let me rest here, let me start doing this, When did that really start for you?
For me, that really started, when I 15, 16 years of age.
Okay, fairs, man.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm after the under 15 season, cool. Obviously, you're back from injury, blah, blah, blah. You're feeling better now.
Definitely.
Now it's the under 16 season.
Yeah.
Is this when you're chasing for your scholar now?
Yeah,
Cool,
under
cool.
16
So,
season.
Obviously, now it's 16, you are chasing for your scholar.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Because obviously, I'm going to explain my one as well. Wait, Habeeb, were you chasing a scholar as well?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so all of us were
All of
chasing
us,
scholars,
yeah,
you know
of
what I
course,
mean?
yeah.
So I'll go first. With me personally, it was a thing where, cool, I feel like where I lacked the most was in the under 15 season, cool. Obviously, I'm playing football, obviously, cool. Playing football, trying my best, cool. I felt like in the under 16 season, I felt like Habeeb said, he where he says as an agent, don't get too complacent. I think I got too complacent. You know when you're signed and you're just like, I'm signed, you know what I mean? I've signed the papers, more than a year ago.
Yeah.
So it's starting to fade away. That
Yeah,
what you really had at the start that really made you sign that contract, it's starting to go now. The Ipswich coaches were telling me, Kudos, we know you have something. We know you do. That's why he signed you. Bring that back out. Bring it back out. And I feel like I was trying to, but maybe I didn't, you know, because obviously at the end of the day, I did get released at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I feel like, cool, maybe I did not bring that back out. And I feel like that's maybe why I didn't get my scholar. I feel like maybe I did get too complacent. And when the Ipswich coaches were telling me, yo, Kudos, 16s, like, come on, you get me? Ben was telling me other people, maybe I was too complacent. I feel like that was me. What about you?
I'll say,
Obviously, you're still playing football, so
yeah, I'll say a bit similar. With me, the 16th season wasn't as bad as the 15th. Like, I was playing Youth Cup a year early. I played Youth Cup a year early. So I was basically with the scholars already. I was playing matches with them. Like, I was projected to basically get a scholar, in my opinion. So it wasn't like I was playing bad and like, we don't see a pathway. I feel like it was more something that I couldn't control, if you know what I mean. I feel like I did what I could, but something that I couldn't control.
So you feel like at the end of the day, with Leyton on, you feel like you actually did put your whole all into it. And definitely it was a thing where you did your most and they just said no, and that's it.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, fair. At the end of the day, if that's what you're saying, 100%, I'm fine with that, 100%. Habeeb, chat to me.
I'll talk about it from from my point of view, like being an agent now, not as a footballer.
Okay.
So what I see, a lot of players, they get complacent. Is it even the right word to use? The pool of footballers nowadays across the country or across the United Kingdom, actually, let's say, it's not great. But obviously, players have to make it. Players have to come through the academy, wherever academy it is. They're going to produce one or two
Wait,
players.
What did you say? You said the pool isn't great?
The pool isn't
As
great.
in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Compared to other countries, France, Spain, Netherlands, Germany, it's not great. But obviously people think that they're better than they are, which they're not. So it's a thing where, number one, talent has to go up, has to increase. And if you look at the numbers now, some teams don't even use they don't fill out their scholars when they're signing. So for example, let's say if they've allocated 12 scholar spots, they might only sign 5, 4, 6, 8. Do you understand? And then from there, 30% will get pros. And then from there, and maybe another 30% will make their debut. And you look at how many players have a career at that particular team, and it's not a lot. The percentage is quite low. And it's not like, football's hard. Everything's hard, don't get me wrong. Football's hard. But people are making it harder than it seems.
What do you mean by that?
One, people don't understand how to navigate their football career. Two, like I said, people believe that they're better than they actually are. So whenever you feel like, I don't know, you may be in an academy and you've got released, you're thinking, why? A lot of players that get signed, some of the players get signed to fill up a spot. Not because they may be good, but they're not great, and that's the difference. You need to be great nowadays. You can't just be good. Good doesn't get you anywhere anymore. You have to be great. That's what's gonna stand. That's what's gonna make you stand out. Because now, look at it. Once you get to the age of 18, you know you can bring players from abroad. Look what Chelsea are doing. Every other week they're bringing a player from abroad.
Literally, yeah.
And I said this the other day actually. If the Brexit rule collapse, UK football's finished.
Yeah, it's true.
UK football's finished. If players can come into the country at free will to play for an academy here or club, it's game over.
I feel like now the
Honestly.
scholar sorts will actually get taken up for
Yeah,
real.
for
real
sure.
now.
Yeah, for real.
I hear that still.
For real.
That's
For real.
deeper still. That's
Even
deeper.
think about it like that.
You know, like that. You know, when the agent talks, it's different still.
Bro.
It's different perspective, you know what I mean? Okay, then, and you even hearing that, Wizzy, as a footballer, what's in your mind right now?
Yeah, that actually opened my eyes a bit. Like, we do make it harder than it should be. Football is not as hard as we make it. And just like Habeeb said, is that some people think that they're better than they are. We need to understand how to navigate our career. And I really agree with what you said, bro.
The good thing about Wizzy, I've seen him play, like I've seen his clips and whatnot. Like he's very tricky. Like he's skillful. He optimizes that. So, and what I say a lot of the times is focus or find one particular strength or two
Strengthen that to the
and
max.
just strengthen it to the max.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
agree with
need,
that.
I don't know how strong you are, but let's say you're not particularly strong. You don't need to max out your strength. You're fast, you have good skills, you know how to beat a man 1v1, pull into the box. Just maximize that, optimize it. Because there's too many players to be doing everything. You don't
Try to
need
make everything the best.
You don't
It's
need
going to
to.
be average at the end of the day.
exactly. You don't
That's
need to.
true,
You
that's
don't
true
need
still.
to. Literally.
I hear that 100%. Okay then. And obviously we talked about your under 16 season. Now, obviously at Leyton Orient, Wizzy, when did you realize that maybe I'm actually not going to get that scholar? What am I going to do now?
I would say, yeah, literally, like, towards the deadline, I was like, for me, it came at the very last minute.
Because normally it's in December?
Yeah. So that's when I literally said, yeah, it might be, like, when there was no check-ins by the coaches, stuff like that, I was like, yeah, it might be time. That's when I started to realise, yeah.
Is it a thing where you were still signed and then at the end of the day, the coaches weren't checking on you? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
So did that demoralize you? Because you're saying, obviously, you're still at the club and you feel like, obviously, you're not being cared as much because maybe the club knows at the end of the day, they're going to let you go.
Yeah, something like that. That's how I say I felt. Definitely.
Okay, I hear that. So how was it in a meeting or what?
Yeah, it was over a Zoom call.
Zoom call?
Yeah,
Oh,
Zoom call, yeah.
Okay, first. And what did they say? If
They
you
were like,
remember?
literally just told it straight up. They were like, yeah, we can't offer you a scholar. We wanted to, but we can't, stuff like that.
Why over a Zoom call?
Because the stadium was a bit,
Okay,
they
okay,
want to
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Imagine
okay.
I went there and they said no.
Yeah,
it would have
yeah,
been, yeah.
Okay.
He said, stay there with a foot like, yo, I'm actually getting
Yeah.
sacked.
Yeah, that's what you know. That's
That's a
yeah,
buzz,
yeah.
though. That's
Yeah,
a buzz. That's a buzz. Okay then. One thing I want to talk about. Cool. You said that you're also at showcase teams as well.
Yeah.
Is that before Leyton Orient or after Leyton?
After.
Okay, after Leyton Orient. Yeah. Chat to me about that, my bro.
Yeah, for me, Habeeb knows well. I've been working with and playing for XYZ.
Okay.
XYZ Showcase, and yeah, this helped me a lot. Find opportunities, understand more about the game, the ins and outs, and yeah.
Yes, man. And obviously, you're in a showcase team now. What's things that you are learning being a part of a showcase team?
Being in a showcase team, you learn that you need to take your chance when it's time, because it's so hard to find games on a consistent basis. So when you're in a game, you have to play your best, because it's not every other week you're gonna verse academy. So when we have academy games, it's about you. I know it's a team game, but it's you that's got to get signed. It's you that's got to sign the papers. So you have to take charge yourself. That's what I'll say I learned.
Okay, fairs, man. And Habeeb, do you have anything to shine a light on with showcase teams, etc.?
Yeah, they're the best kind of pathway platforms a young player, especially in the UK, can attend. So everyone talks about their EJAs and KYLs and MJPLs and JPLs and what have you. They're good because it gets you, weekly games. You're playing every Sunday or every Saturday, wherever it may be. But when you're playing showcase teams, when you're playing showcase games against other showcase teams and academies, that's where the scouts are.
Definitely.
Because you got to look at it this way. How many Sunday league teams are there in the UK? Roughly, how many do you think?
How many Sunday league teams? Probably around...
In the whole UK?
In the whole UK? Around
Okay, you know what? Just
1K.
England. Just England.
Just England. I'd say around 700, 600.
700.
More, I'll say more.
Yeah.
You think there's more?
Definitely,
There's
definitely more. There's
Like
it's
two-
definitely in the
2,000.
thousands. It's definitely in the
2,000,
thousands.
yeah,
It's
okay,
definitely in the
fair.
thousands. And how many scouts do you think there are
Just in the
UK,
England?
in UK? Yeah.
like 500. I'll say 2 per team. Definitely more. Nah, there's,
Okay,
there's
no.
a lot of scouts. There's a lot of scouts.
Okay, by region. Let's dissect it by region. But okay, the point I'm trying to make is that there's not as nearly enough scouts
As
As
teams,
players.
yeah.
as teams.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's like a 10% chance of a scout comes to your game, like every week. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1 week they might be there, and they might not be there for another 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, maybe 3 months.
Is
That's
there a
every-
specific place where scouts really get attracted to? Would you say that?
Now that's why I'm about
Okay,
to touch on the
fair, okay,
topic.
okay.
Instead of going to Sunday league teams, because the chances are very much lower,
Yeah.
scouts are usually at showcase games.
Talent
Because
is higher.
exactly, the talent is higher, and they're gonna go where the talent is higher. That's it. That's just the logic behind it. It's not because the Sunday league teams are not good or anything like that, but they're gonna go where the talent is higher.
Yeah.
And there are some good Sunday league teams. KYL is quite good, but Sunday league, to rely on scouts at Sunday league is usually lower ages, under 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s. When it gets to 13s, maybe. Then when it gets to like 14s, 15s, and especially 16s, then you have to go to showcase teams. 16s, you can't be playing Sunday league and still expecting to get scouted. I mean, it's possible,
Yeah.
but if you want to really utilize or maximize your chances, then it has to be
Teams really
showcase.
is
It has to be showcase teams or talent IDs, which they don't tend to do at that age, or open trials, which they definitely do not do at that age. So what's left is showcase teams.
Yeah.
You understand? That's it.
And do you feel like going abroad as well? Do you feel like that's maybe an option as well?
Going
Around
abroad.
17, 18? Or do you think that's too early?
Well, now you couldn't go abroad until you're 18 unless you have a European passport. Especially if you're trying to go abroad in Europe. But the mistake players is definitely an option, but you need to know if it's the right option for you. Because one thing people do is that they look at other players and look at, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
If you're going abroad,
I've been guilty of that.
do you get it?
What do you mean by you've been guilty of that?
Like I've looked at other people's journey and compared it to mine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And they say comparison is the thief of joy. I learned that one actually. I learned that one recently. But yeah, you got to look at what your kind of career pathway is and now determine what's the best route for it. So, for example, you could go into Europe, but you may be starting off in one of the non-footballing countries' lower leagues. I don't know, Bosnia, Albania, Serbia, one of those countries that they're not usually known for football, and you're climbing the ranks from there. But you're probably thinking, I need to go to La Liga or the Bundesliga or Liga.
really
Do you understand? Yeah, exactly. That's one thing players do make a mistake on. They don't really understand. They see it abroad and they just think, La Liga, let me go be the next Messi there.
Yeah.
Okay, fairs, man, fairs. Okay, then, and obviously, Wizzy, you're saying that obviously now you're at showcase teams. You said you're at what team again, sorry?
Right now.
XYZ and
Yeah,
XYZ?
yeah.
Okay, then, and so you're just playing at XYZ right now, and that's where you're at right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, fairs. Are you playing non-league as well? Chat to
I've
me about
started recently, just been in and out. Yeah, but this is going to be my first year fully in non-league. So I'm just looking for the right team to sign at.
Okay,
But yeah,
fair.
just been in and about.
that. Okay, so this is your 17th, 18th season.
Yeah.
Okay, fairs. And obviously, like I said, Habeeb, I wanted you to take some takes on his story.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any takes to tell us, to shine a light on?
Give us a bit more context.
Yeah, literally, like, this is literally going to be my first year,
Yeah.
like, pursuing men's football.
Yeah.
So before this, it's either been academy or literally I've been in academy my whole life.
Yeah.
So this is my first time stepping into the men's game.
Yeah.
As I've been told that it's the right thing to do now, or the smartest thing to do now.
True. I agree. However, like I said, you're very technical, you're very tricky. So, and you're still quite young, still second year scholar.
Yeah.
So you do have an opportunity to get back into the academy, play academy football and try and make your way up there through that ladder. Non-league is good because you're young, you can break through. Look at the signings that they're doing nowadays. Everyone's like a lot of players are getting signed to the league. You're at a showcase team, which is great because you're playing regular academy games. So doing those two things, especially staying at non-league or getting into non-league, breaking through non-league, whether it's at step 3, 4, 5, it doesn't. Step 1, is his own league. Step 2, and there's not much difference between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And in 4 and 5, it's pretty much the same thing. So it's not about like the step you're at per se. But just going back to that is stay at the showcase team, stay at XYZ, play the academy games, see what chance come from there. And then obviously you got the non-league as well. Play your minutes. If you're not playing in step 2, step 3, drop down, step 4, play 90 minutes. Before you know it, you'll be in step 1. And then from there, you'll be in League 1, Champ, Prem. It's all a ladder. You can't just wake up one day from step 7 and jump to the Premier League. It doesn't make sense. A lot of people, that's what a lot of players think football is.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not.
It's true.
Okay, first man, first. Love that from Habeeb. Love that from Habeeb. And as an agent, do you have anything you might just want to shine on in general that you just want to speak about? Or do you feel like that's really enough from honest perspective of that?
I'll say, you see what guys get angry at when you post on that. Like, told them from now. Like
in go on.
Like, you see when you say a player has to be this and that.
Yeah.
I say you speak about it now.
Okay. So when I say a player has to be a particular way, I mean it in a general context. However, what I'm saying, you don't necessarily have to believe what I say, but go and look at what's happening in football now. Everything I say is what happens. Or what's happening is what I'm saying. But people say, oh, this guy is just talking or he's making noise. I said, if you're under 16 centre-back, you have to be at least 6'2". Before it was 6 foot. Now I'm hearing it's like 6'2". Like if you're not even 6'2", it's you understand?
Tricky, yeah.
Goalkeepers, you cannot be less than 6 foot. Even now, 6 foot is quite small. It's stuff like that where you go and look. They might give a comparison, but Lisandro Martinez is 5'9", or this player is 5'1".
I remember what you said. You're not them.
You're definitely not them.
And they developed elsewhere.
Do you understand? I'm not saying you can aspire to be like that player, but you are not them. You're not in that situation. You've not been what they've been through. You're not at that level. So pick a more realistic player, maybe someone who plays a similar play style to you, someone who's maybe from a similar background, exactly, area, similar kind of pathway that came from that you came from. So just to make it more realistic.
Definitely.
Okay, first man. Lovely pod, man. Great stuff. Like I said, nice and smooth, man. And at the end of the day, we just want to know with Wizzy, what's next for you, my bro?
I'll say big things, many big things. Like, I'm telling you, I don't want to say too much now, but
it's too big to even say. How about that? How about
definitely,
that?
Definitely.
Love that, man. Love that. So we're just expecting big things from Wizzy.
Definitely.
Habeeb, anything?
For sure. Just to back that, literally, I see it. I see the potential. You look at how he plays, right? There's not a lot of players that play like him, or he doesn't play like a lot of players, and that's what stands out for a lot of people. So it'll be exciting to see what he does this coming season.
Okay, love that, man.
I don't see him not getting signed. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't possess his abilities, and football is all about number one is talent, which he has above a lot of players I've seen.
Okay then. So now, obviously, as an agent, what do you feel like you would tell him now, Wizzy now, as a footballer to really progress?
He was telling me he was struggling with a bit of injuries. It's just about now just getting back fit. Just getting back fit, just playing consistent football. The opportunities are there. Like you said, you're with a showcase team, you're playing non-league, which is getting a lot of exposure nowadays. So the exposure is there, the opportunity is there. You just need to be fit enough to go and play those games. And that's it. Because your ability is there, your talent's there, you just need to show it. Just be confident which you are. And then your opportunity will definitely come.
I feel like Habeeb is an older brother to Wizzy right now, man. Come on, man. Love that. And as you guys know, before we shoot off, we always have to go through a bit of AfroChat, man. We just have to talk a bit about a couple stuff. I'm going to throw a couple questions at Wizzy, throw a couple questions at Habeeb. And yeah, man, let's get straight to it. We're going to start off with Wizzy. First question. Who's the first African footballer you looked up to as a kid?
For me, because of my household, it was definitely Drogba, because I'm Orient, so I didn't have no choice. It was the first,
Did your dad used to play football as well?
Yeah.
Okay, fairs, man, fairs. Okay then. What's one African food your mum always used to cook before training or a game?
What killed me when I was young, jollof rice. Simple, killed me.
What you said, Habeeb, are you back in that one?
Yeah.
That one affect you as well?
No, it was, in a way.
Okay. What's one thing every African parent says when you try to chase a football career?
Get your education first. Well,
Fair,
yeah.
yeah.
That
No.
one there. Yep,
Fair.
yep. What's your most chaotic street football memory? Because you play street football as well, so I wanted to know about this one. I
I'll
can't lie.
never forget this. There used to be these balls back in the day that were signed by all the players. I support Chelsea, so there's a ball that was signed by like Hazard, Mata, all of that.
When in your area?
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
So we never used to kick ball with it. We just used to have it like everyone used to just pass it, take pictures, etc. The ball was signed by everyone. The one day we went to kick ball with it, we're kicking. I kicked it over out the gate.
Oh, so it's even your fault?
Yeah. I kicked it over and it went into, like, the guy's window was open, so
Okay.
the ball went into his window and he just drove off. I've never seen that ball again.
Is it?
Wait, in a car?
Yes, I promise you. It was
Wait.
That's
yes,
crazy.
A man said he
That's
kicked
crazy.
it somehow
Yeah,
went
that's
into
crazy.
yes.
That's the next thing. That one there, I wish there was a video.
I
but
cried
couldn't.
that night, definitely.
That one there's crazy. Okay. Last question, yeah. Which one am I gonna pick? I haven't actually asked this question before. What's one local slang or phrase that will confuse the ref if you shouted it on the pitch?
Refs they're getting clued up nowadays.
They are getting cleaned up still.
I don't know if a ref knows. Nah, he definitely knows what a joke man is.
Maybe not.
Joke,
You know.
man.
Maybe
If
not.
Ref, you're a joke man. You think you're
Maybe not. Some don't.
I think you're getting
Maybe
nicked for
not.
that one.
You think?
I think you're getting nicked for that one.
Yeah, I'll
Shit.
say that.
Okay,
Yeah.
fairs. And now we're gonna shoot it to Habeeb real quick. Some bit of age questions. Now I want to know about the pathway to Europe with
Okay.
the players from these Nigeria, these African
Yeah,
countries.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
with me it was a thing where players are texting me saying, "Cool, for example, blah blah. I've texted this agent.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna bring me down here. He's actually paid him
But
fees.
yeah.
500 quid, 400 quid.
Yeah.
He's gone now. Players are coming to me and I don't
Seen
really
that.
know
Yeah,
what
I've
stuff.
seen that a lot.
Yeah,
of stuff.
So chat to me, man. Chat to me about that.
One thing I say, if you're dealing with an agent who instructs you to pay for trials, you know you're dealing with a hustler. Number one, you may have to pay some sort of,
Agent fee.
not necessarily an agent fee, but you might have to pay for your flight, your accommodation,
Yeah.
your food expenses and whatnot. But if he's telling you, I've got Chelsea FC, pay me $5,000 and you're gonna be on trial at Chelsea, you know you're dealing with a thief.
Okay, you're dealing
Number
with
one.
a hustler.
With a
Okay,
hustler,
okay,
real.
sit down.
And the second part to your question,
No, that was it. So obviously with the players
And,
the
okay.
pathway to Europe.
pathways to Europe,
Yeah.
yes. So especially there's a huge surge in rising ballers within the western part of Africa. So countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, Senegal, Gambia, Ghana, those primarily. So the most key or the most common way you see them coming into Europe, a lot of them will say, yeah, how do I get into UK? Number one, it's very hard unless, you've played a national team or first team in Europe and you still have to get there to begin with anyway. So the kind of route, you have to go into Europe. That's number one. Majority of the times, for the average player that's coming from West Africa, you have to go into Europe. What I recommend is go into like a lower league or a lower division country, if you could put it that way. Like I would say, like a Latvia, Luxembourg, Albania, Hungary. Go to one of those nations and build your way up from there. The main way you kind of see players is like, obviously like Nigeria as well, right? Or like a lot of those countries, you have like you have something similar to like a showcase team. To kind of call it like football academies, where it's a bit more structured. They kind of they'll pay for your accommodation, your travel, your transport, visas, everything. They'll sort out the whole lot. But then they'll play maybe like international tournaments. They'll go to Italy,
Go for a couple.
stuff like that. A lot of players been picked up. David Oduro, who we represent, he was playing with Ghana national team, played for Accra Lions, Premier League, Ghana Premier League. Went on trial at Chelsea, didn't get into Chelsea, went to Leverkusen, didn't get in there, and then finally signed at Barcelona. So you see how crazy that is. But it's just about finding those right opportunities. But obviously, just any player just couldn't do that. So you need to find what's right for you. But for the average player that's trying to just go into Europe, find one of these local football academies in your country or in your state. Go there, play the games. Majority of the time, they do invite scouts down, perform, start off in in a lower footballing
Yeah.
nation, sorry, and then literally just work your way up.
Definitely.
Because it's not hard to go from Hungary to France or Hungary to Belgium, and then from Belgium to France or to Spain, from Spain to the Premier League. So it's all about that. You see, it's like a foundation, it's a building block.
And literally what works for you, like
Literally,
you said.
exactly,
Okay, then love that, man.
exactly,
That was a
exactly.
great explanation. I cannot lie to you. That was a
Yeah,
serious
literally.
explanation. And this is the last question before we shoot off. Do you feel does Africa produce more natural flair than Europe because of its street football culture?
Yeah, I would say.
You think that?
I would say if we're to pick like even a sample size of like 100 of each, talent
You
is
said
ridiculous.
100 from Africa,
Yeah.
100 from Europe.
Yeah,
You said Africa's winning, yeah?
100%.
Okay then.
100%.
And that's the Ghana's Journey, episode 20. Do you guys have anything to say before we shoot off and wrap it?
Keep hustling, keep achieving your dreams. If anyone tells you you can't make it, don't listen to them. It's up to you. It's down to you. Whether you make it or not, it's up to you.
Yeah, definitely. Just to add on, keep working hard, and yeah, your time will come.
Your time will come.
Sure.
And that's the Ghana's Journey, episode 20. It was a blast like always. We're shooting off.
And that is a wrap. What's your journey? And of course, we'll be back again with another banger.